Viewer discretion is advised.
It's the
Hoppe
and Super Rich Show.
What's up, guys?
What's going on, everybody? We are going to review the wonderful movie Wolf of Wall Street.
And real quick, a quick reminder. I don't want to hear anybody go, Hoppe and Super Rich ruined Wolf of Wall Street for me. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have known what happened. This is a spoiler alert. If you are listening and you haven't seen it and you want to see it, and you keep listening to this and you listen for our spoiler alert, and you miss this, you're an idiot. You're an absolute dimwit.
Although it wouldn't hurt to get some information maybe going into seeing the movie.
We're going to kind of break it down.
Because we're kind of breaking it down.
All the gangbangs. And if you listen and you're like, wow, there's a gangbang in there, you've been listening too long. Sorry. Just saying, bud. So
Isn't there multiple? Well,
there's like 1,000.
There's a gay orgy.
That was interesting, too.
That's technically a gangbang, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I was just kind of like, ooh.
It's a gang and they're banging. So.
Oh, jeez.
It just happens to be a homosexual gang.
Oh my God! Stop!
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Oh man, I have family members that are gay, so I'm completely forgiving.
I do too.
I'm just messing around, man.
Oh no, I
don't want to get glad mad at me. Seriously, I'm all for gay rights. I actually think it's a waste of time that we're actually should gays be allowed to.
I know it's just like
they should.
Right.
Sorry, I swore.
I completely agree with you.
So, Ryan, last week we went to see Wolf of Wall Street, and it was pretty good.
We did. It was good.
First time we hung outside of school, like, hey, let's go see Wolf of Wall Street. We'll break it down on our new show, Hoppe and Super Rich. The Hoppe and
Super Rich Show.
Yes. So what did you think of it?
Wolf of Wall Street was good. I thought Leonardo DiCaprio was probably the best. Of course, Jonah Hill was really good, too.
He was better than Jonah Hill, though.
Jonah Hill, it was really weird seeing him in a non-comedic role, although he was still pretty funny in the movie.
He was pretty funny in there, dude.
It was just amazing, but I thought Leonardo DiCaprio did an excellent job of portraying this guy, and I guess it's loosely based off a true story.
Loosely.
Because obviously some of the stuff in there, it's hard for just like... I mean, that stuff, if that's true, it's a little odd.
I feel like some of it is true. Like, I wouldn't deny. Like, we've all gone on porn sites and we've all seen like office gangbang.
Right. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking
somewhere. I'm just saying.
I'm talking about his drug problem. Really. Leonardo DiCaprio. His character's name is don't remember. God, why don't
Doesn't
I remember?
Matter. Let me look it up.
I mean, it'll come to me.
He had Ludes.
But yeah, he had Ludes, which is pills.
It's like a sleeping pill, and if you're up for more than 15 minutes, you like get this crazy high where you almost like trip like you're an ass.
Yeah, he was a coke addict, which was a little weird. He really had a problem. It's because he was making all this money from being
Jordan Belfort.
Jordan Belfort. That's right. Jordan Belfort. He's a stockbroker, and he eventually starts up his own company. He sort of schmoozes his. The people he calls to get him to buy stocks, like the penny stocks is what it starts off with. And I don't really know what any of that means. But then I have no
idea. I was lost.
Yeah, and then it goes into, other stuff. He works on Wall Street. That's why he's the wolf on Wall Street.
Hey!
Because, that's a term. And then he sort of goes through... just a bunch of stuff like that, and then
just begins to grow.
And like a lot of his friends, like all his friends are like sort of failures. They're all just sort of like pot dealers and work at Radio Shack or something. And so they, so he gets them to join in, and then they're making tons of bank. They're making so much money. Starts up a big old company, and then there's an FBI agent who sort of investigates the whole thing, seeing if he's doing it fairly or not. Which turns out he's doing things illegally. Exactly what, I don't know. I think it was money laundering.
Yeah,
was the main thing.
Wasn't being fair with your taxes.
Right,
he was ripping people off. Like, he was saying, oh, this company's huge, and it was in some shack. Like, dude, he was a scumbag. He did whatever it took to make money.
Yeah, and I feel like that might be what the movie's trying to say, like, what the power of money can really do to you. Because then he turned into a drug addict. Although that really started with Jonah Hill wanting him to go out back and smoke crack with him.
That was interesting.
That was so weird. He's like, oh, just smoke crack with me.
I got a birthday present for you.
And then yeah. and my God, his wife, so hot.
Dude, it was unfair. I was looking her up. She's only 23 years old.
I know.
Her name is Margot Robbie.
Margot probably is what it is.
Dude, I'm in love with her.
She's from
Please
Australia.
marry me. Dude,
She's from Australia, and she had this great New York accent. It was great.
Dude,
like, how do you
from down under
Australian?
do the best? I swear to God, people down under do the best imitations of us. It's weird.
Yeah.
I just added her on Twitter. Please add me. Oh, and she watches football. She says I'm heartbroken for the Saints. She's my type of girl. Please marry me.
Hey, and anytime you can find a girl who likes sports, you wife
isn't
that.
cocky about it. I hate women. Like, I think the turnover to touchdown ratio for Tom Brady is much greater. Like, whenever you turn on like any sports,
Like a girl who's like a Packer fan will just go like way overboard. Be like, I love the Packers.
Stop.
Go Packers.
Stop. You live in Wisconsin. Stop
Go
it.
Pack, go.
There's nothing to do there. Of course you'll like it. Your dad had it on
I
his
love
background.
Aaron Rodgers.
Discount double choke on something.
Discount double choke. Discount double choke. Instead of the double check.
I got it.
That's right, I can do the Chicago accent. Gee, I wonder why. Maybe it's because I'm from Chicago.
So, what did you think, getting back on point, we're off on a tangent, what did you think of all the swearing in there and all the debauchery and
I don't have a problem
cocaine?
with swearing. I've been swearing for a long time. So I
Shoot.
I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah, I mean, people were like...
And I thought it really, like, helped the movie. Like, it really, like, actually sort of put things in perspective. Like, look at what the money's doing to these people.
Yeah.
That was sort of the main thing, I think. And he was cheating on his wife. He was married or engaged to
the hottest girl ever.
some other girl, and then he met this girl who is played by Margot Robbie. He meets her. Gosh, she's so hot.
I'm looking at pictures of her during the show.
I know, you're distracting me.
It's like eye candy.
She said, so then they meet up. I'm not explaining this very well, but then anyway, so they start to go out and they have sex and it's nice and
yeah, it was funny.
You see her
His
topless.
previous wife was not hot whatsoever.
Hey, when you get the money, you're that much
get the
attractive.
girls.
Well, and I mean, like in the movie and in real life, like Leonardo DiCaprio is a good-looking guy anyway, so it's like it made more sense for him to be with this girl.
How about when what's his name just began masturbating when she walked in Jonah Hill? He was high on loot.
That might have been the funniest part of the movie. So they're talking to him, or he's talking to the girl that he wants, Margot Robbie. He's talking to her, and Jonah Hill just comes out of nowhere at the party and starts masturbating like in front of them. He's like, and then they have to take him away. That part was funny, and the other part where they take those lemons from like 1981, which is like another type of pill, and they had a delayed reaction because it was so old, so they took too many because they weren't getting high from it, and then and then like an hour and a half later, you find out that like he drove all the way to the country club, he made a phone call, and then he drives back, and he says, I remember the movie. He's like, I made it back like miraculously. I didn't even hit anything. And then they show you what really happens. He's banging all these cars and like driving like he's like, and he's like sick, and he makes it all the way back.
It was insane.
Yeah,
absolutely insane. Overall, I liked the movie.
I like the movie too. I'd see it again probably.
Give it like an 8 out of 10 probably.
Yeah, 8 out of 10 sounds good. 9 out of 10 maybe. You really have to see it for yourself. It's really confusing. It's one of those movies that could be up for like awards and all.
It won a Golden Globe.
Right, it won something last night, didn't it?
Yeah.
Or 2 nights ago. I don't even know when that was. But.
Real quick, before we take a break, what do you think of award shows? I'm not a big fan, ever.
I'm not really a big fan either.
Dude, I just don't like pop culture. I mean, I like movies. I like TV shows. Hey, look, there's Margot Robbie. She's hot. Margot Robbie. Looking at pictures. I like everything sports, but like I don't want to cover it.
Right.
I want to talk about things like this. We're having a fun talk show. So I'm not really big into award shows whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big fan. I always, like, for instance, the Golden Globes that was on a couple nights ago, I wasn't even aware that they were on until they were already on. And then, like, I looked at my Twitter, and people are posting, like, oh, Jennifer Lawrence won this, and somebody else won that. And it's just...
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I was like, oh, they're on, but so is sports. So I I chose sports.
All right, here's the deal. We're gonna come back and get some of Super Rich's news, the Super Rich news. After this, Ryan, you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go.